Hi everyone, Lisa here from LC Designs. Well, welcome to Workshop Wednesday on a Thursday. Sorry I had to cancel yesterday. I'm looking to make sure that I am in the right place and you're not showing up quite yet. I understand. I wonder if I'm on the right page. Let's see. Shows that I'm live right now, but you know what? I think I'm on the wrong page. But let's go ahead and I have a few announcements. So first of all, my I'm not going to be able to see your comments. I'm not sure why. It shows me that I'm live, but I'm not seeing my live video. Okay, so anyhow, I have a couple announcements. I'm sorry, I guess I'm not going to be able to see your comments unless my iPad updates or whatever. So first of all, my major announcement is the July On The Go Sweet Surprise Kit. This month, me, Patty and Heather have decided to use the On The Go suite of products. And so that includes the Tags to Go bundle, which is the stamp set and the dies, the stickers, the Pack Your Bags twine, the designer series paper, the cardstock, and the suitcase treat boxes. So for this month, the reason we created this is if you were to go out and have to buy everything, you know, you're going to pay a lot of money. So we wanted to offer you the suite of products at a fraction of the price. That's why you're only getting basically an assortment of the products that you need to coordinate with this suite. So for our suite for this month, you're going to get a half a pack of the On The Go Designer Series paper, which you'll need for your projects. You're going to get 3 of the treat box suitcases. I'll show you my project. It's going to use that. And then we're going to give you a sampling of the colors of cardstock. So you'll get 2 each of the colors that coordinate. It's funny, I can't get onto my my correct page. You're going to get a half a pack of the puffy stickers. You're going to have extras with the half a pack. And so you'll get 1 sheet. And then you're going to get a pack of the On The Go twine. So it's a 3-pack. But if you decide to add the bundle, I'll go ahead and send you a full pack of the stickers. So you'll get 2 sheets. So for all of this, plus the materials to make our projects, it's going to be $45 plus shipping. If you live locally, you can pick it up on my porch for $38. Again, you're going to need this bundle. So if you add the bundle, you'll get a full sheet of stickers, or full pack. So let me show you our projects. So this one here is a, you can use it as a scrapbook page or a home decor piece. This would fit in an 8x10 frame. These are my pictures from last year when we took a cruise with all our children. So I put those pictures in mine. Heather designed this project. The next project is Patty's. I had bolted that closed so I didn't lose anything. So this is like a travel journal. And like for me, this is perfect because I do a lot of traveling. So you can, you know, document your travels. This is all with the designer series paper. You make these pockets that go in here. Here's tags from the designer series paper. And you can put pictures, whatever. And there's plenty of spots for journaling. So that's Patty's project. So again, we're going to include the stuff to create these projects other than, you know, your cardstock and your designer series paper that you're going to get and use. So here's mine. Oops, my iPad just went off. I'm hoping it's going to pop back up. so that I can see your comments. Please let me know where you're from. I don't know why I'm only showing my picture for my retreat that I was doing today. So this is the suitcase treat box. They're called treat boxes, but here's mine. My project is a mini photo album. So you pull it out and you can put all these different photos. Again, I use the pictures from our cruise, and all these things are like from the designer series paper. And then on this side, I didn't put pictures, but I put where you could add pictures. So you'll get the PDF tutorial with all 3 of our projects, how to make them, how to put them together, everything. So again, this is $45 for all the product that I showed you and the materials to put the 3 projects together. So $45 if you have it shipped, $38 if you want to pick it up. And again, the PDF tutorial. We don't have it completed. We each did our own projects, but you will get one. Oops, that's today's project. So again, if you have any questions, let me know on that one. And if you want today's tutorial on my project, just remember to join my email. If you're already on my email list, you're going to get this tomorrow, Friday. And share my video. When you share my video, you'll be entered into a prize drawing. This week I have some more designer series paper, some cards, and an embellishment. So share my video so you can be entered to win. You can enter on Facebook, or just let me know that you shared it on Facebook, or you can share it on YouTube. So here's our project today. Again, I'm still trying to get you guys on my iPad. I don't know what's going on. So I hope I'm in the right spot. That's all I can say. Just give me a moment. It's not coming up. Oops, wait, I was right there. There it is. I found it. Okay, I'm not sure which page I'm on, but anyhow, I found myself so I could see if you do comment. But here's our project for today. So this has been called like a bandstand card, a stage card. So I guess because it looks like a stage, I decided to decorate the inside of mine and the outside. Now this card can be for fall, but I like fall. Fall's one of my favorite times of year, but it's also like a thank you card. So we're using the Label Me Grateful stamp set, which I don't have in my basket. I must have pulled it out for something else. Hold on. I must have pulled it out. I think I was using it for something else. I was making a card. So the Label Me Grateful bundle, I love the sentiments, and then they have all kinds of dies. Actually, I've pulled out most of the dies because we're using them today. So again, this is a bandstand or a stage card. I call it a stage card. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to use some Very Vanilla. And we are going to cut it at 4 1/8. 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and this is going to be your base, 5 3/8, and we are going to score that at 3/4 of an inch. So this is like the back of our stage, I guess we can call it, and then 4 5/8, which is 2 dots, otherwise 2 lines after the half, or you can just do 3/4, flip it, and do 3/4 again. So you can do 3/4 inch, flip it, oops, and do 3/4. Otherwise it's 3/4 and then 4 5/8, but it's 3/4 inch on each side. Then we're going to do 7 by 1 1/4, and we need 2 of those. So I'm going to cut them at 1 1/4 and 1 1/4. So I guess if this was a stage, this would be like where your curtains go. Let's move that blade and, oh, this is 7. I need to cut that before we move on, before we do our scoring. So 7. So again, 7 by 1 1/4. Now we'll move the blade and we're going to score these pieces at 3/4. 2 1/2, 4 1/2, 6 1/4, which you can barely see in here, 6 1/4. And so we're going to do that again on our second piece. So it's 3/4, 2 1/2, 4 1/2, and 6 1/4. All right, so you can just fold all of those lines. Well, wait, let's go ahead and cut our designer series paper since I have the trimmer out and we're gonna need it. So I'm using the Regals and we're gonna just use the crushed curry and we're gonna use both of these patterns. This one is for our back, the back of our stage, and these are for like the front, where it'd be the curtains. Remember that set we had, oh, what was it called with the little animals? And anyway, they had curtains. They would have been cute for this. Okay, so now we're gonna cut this pattern for the back of our stage. At 4. Trying to think of that stamp set. It's gonna bother me now. 4 and then 3 3/4. I don't think it was Playful Pets. Okay, so now this one for the top, we're gonna score them at it's going to be 1 1/8. I'm trying to explain this. 1 1/8. And then, so let's cut 2 of those. 1 1/8. I'm like getting ahead of myself. So the width is 1 1/8. But then this is going to be by 1 5/8. This is going to be 1 7/8 and 1 5/8. So we want to cut the 1 5/8, then 1 7/8, then 1 5/8, because in that way your pattern all matches. It'll all go across matching. Make sense? So 1 5/8, which is the 2 after the half. 1 5/8. I'm gonna set this one over here. 1 7/8, and then 1 5/8 again. So if you had like a different pattern, you know, your pattern's gonna match up all the way across. So I cut my 1 1/8 first, then 1 5/8. I'm putting these over here. 1 7/8. And then 1 5/8 again. All right, so hopefully that made sense. Okay, now I think we could put the trimmer away for a minute. And let's bring in our pieces. So these ones are gonna come inward on our base or the back of our stage, whichever you'd like to call it. But then now this is going to go glued in here like so. So how's everybody doing? Everybody having crazy weather? We're like so hot, but then we get these thunder and lightning storms every night. Crazy. I mean, we definitely need the rain. So there's our back piece. We're gonna put that aside. So I already bent these, but we can we'll do one with it bent and one without. I think, again, I got ahead of myself. And so this is the 1 5/8 goes first. 1 7/8 goes second. How many of you are doing the virtual album retreat? I missed yesterday, so yesterday I canceled because I had a bad headache. I didn't even do my retreat. So I was doing it today, and I actually had to stop now. It's still going on, but I was trying to catch up on my pages. I did one of them from today, one from yesterday, but it's pretty interesting. You know, I started out a scrapbooker many years ago, and it has definitely evolved over the years. But then I got into card making, so then I wasn't, oops, I dropped that one. It goes that way. So I got into my card making and my 3D projects. And then now to try and get back into scrapbook again. With, like I said, it's changed so much over the years. It's been nice to do this retreat. And the kits are actually still available. You can still buy them. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, we're not going to attach these yet, so we could still fold these ones now. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100% sure. If you buy the kit, you can watch the replay on the videos, because that's what I'm going to have to do to catch up on mine yesterday. All right, so now we got a lot of die cutting to do. So we're going to do all this die cutting, and I have my dies pulled out. Like I said, this is a pretty fall card, but it's a thank you card for any time of year, really. Okay, so we're gonna need 3 of these. So right now, so I think in my instructions, I call these the large leaves. We're going to need our tag. I think I cut that piece just barely enough. We're gonna need, let me see, we're gonna need a Cajun Craze flower. We're gonna need these pumpkin pie leaves. So I call this double leaf. And then we actually need this one little tiny single leaf. So we'll put that there. Oh, now I know I got that big piece of Cajun Craze right there. Let's swap these out. This flower is gonna go here. And this is, I'm calling it acorns in my instructions, because there's acorns on it. Okay, so let's cut all these pieces, and then we're still gonna need some more. Okay, so here's our tag. Put this back on my magnetic board. Uh-oh, there went my little leaf die. Can't lose that guy, he's a tiny one. And we're gonna need one more set of these leaves once I get that out of there. So I'll put this on for, because we need another one. Get this one out of here in a minute. All right, that'll take a second. We're gonna need a couple more flowers. We don't need any more acorns. I probably could have put the flower and acorn on the same. I lost him. And then the pumpkin pie leaves. Okay, let me see if I could get my... Oh, jeez, there it went. I got it. But there went all my plates. Okay, hope that didn't wake you up, startle you. And then we need the flowers. The crushed curry. We need 2 crushed curry flowers. Yeah, there's a lot of die cutting, but it makes it beautiful. And then 1 more Cajun, or crushed curry flower. And then we're done with these leaves. Put that on my magnetic board. Take this off. And then I think that's the last of the die cutting. Was gonna change my plates and I forgot. You know, I run these poor plates down to nothing. They last long though. Let's take this flower out. All right, so like that out of the way. So let's bring our piece back in here, and we're gonna use 2 of these large leaves, is what I call them. And let me get my silicone mat. And now you can put adhesive sheet on the back of these if you want to make them, you know, already have the adhesive on them. I'm just going to go along with a dot of glue on each of the leaves. And then we'll stick it down. My glue is like a little runny, I think, because it's been hot. I'm going to grab my tweezers here. And we're just going to put 1 that way. And we'll put this one over this way. Kind of like crisscross. And I'm going to poke all these little holes out because I'm going to show you a trick. So you could put like a circle piece of brown cardstock behind it if you want to add color, but I'm going to show you a trick. There's my dimensionals. So we're going to put these on the dimensionals. These are on the back. Now, I didn't do this trick on mine, on my original card, but I'm going to show you. So we're going to put this one here, put this one up here. So if you have a Stampin' Right marker, which I have right here, you could choose any color. I just grabbed my basic black. And this tip will fit inside the hole perfect. And you just go around and add some ink to the dimensional. Just like so. So like I said, I didn't do it on mine, but that's what I did. So now on my project, I used this linen thread and it's already gone. I checked inventory today and it's gone. So you can use regular linen thread. So I have a bow there already. I'll just go ahead and use that one. I put the Cajun craze inside, on the inside, and then I used the garden green on the outside. But regular linen thread is perfectly fine. Like I said, when I created this, we had this in stock, but it was on last chance. So you know, last chance, once it's gone, it's gone. Okay. So there's our card. So now we're going to go ahead and adhere these to here. So we can do wherever you want to add your glue, what side you want to add it on. You know, you can use glue, you can use tear and tape, but these 3/4 inch sections. And you know what? I have my stamp block. I'm going to put that right there, and then we'll glue the bottom one. Just like so. And this card does fold up to fit into a envelope. So don't think that it won't. It'll just fold like so. And it'll go right into an envelope. And then they just pop it up again. Your recipient will love it. All right, so now let's do the other side. Put some glue over here. Line it up. This card is so easy to make. Super easy. And it's better than just a regular, normal, flat card, right? You know, people love handmade cards. You would be surprised. Yesterday was my brother's birthday. The day before was my cousin's. I sent them cards and they were like, "You made this card?" And I was like, "Yep, I made it." So, all right. So there is our stage, bandstand, whatever you choose to call it. So let's move that aside and let's decorate our tag. I got glue, like I said, I was working on the scrapbook. I was doing the scrapbook pages today, so I have ink everywhere, or sticky stuff everywhere between seal and glue. Okay, so on our label, we're gonna stamp, "So grateful for that heart of yours." I have so many amazing people in my life that I'm very grateful for, and I know that they're gonna love this card. Okay, so what I did, let's get my silicone mat again, and let's punch out these holes. So you guys can tell me if you liked the colors inside or you like them plain. I'm just gonna glue this leaf on to here, like so. We're gonna glue, let that dry. We're gonna glue this one on, and we're not gonna put glue all the way up because that's gonna hang off. Oh, that was a big ol' burst of glue. Let me see if I could smear it. And we're just gonna adhere it like so. And then we're gonna add our double leaf, or orange ones, or pumpkin pie, I should say. We're gonna add our acorns. Again, you can use adhesive sheets on all of these if you want. I'm like, where's my tweezers? We'll just stick that right like so. Now, our flower, we're gonna add a dimensional behind it. Stick the dimensional and add our flower here. And I'm gonna color in the flower again. Just that. I could have grabbed a pecan pie or something, but I just grabbed my black. And then now we're gonna use the Bee Builder Punch, and I'm just gonna use this part. I knew I had a scrap piece of paper for it. Just a scrap of fresh curry. And we're gonna use a dimensional right behind it. And, oops. My backing didn't come off. Come on. It's because I have no nails to grab anything. But we're gonna put that right there on our leaves, just to add that little touch. And we're gonna tie a garden green bow. But again, you're gonna have to use regular linen thread, which is fine. I use like linen thread. Linen thread's my favorite, the easiest to make bows with. I use it for everything. So we're gonna put that right in the middle of the heart. But what I wanna do is kind of roll my glue dot. So see that it's smaller? Can you see that? And then put it right in the heart. And then we're gonna put our bow on it, just like that. Okay, so now all we have to do is glue this on. So it's gonna go right in the center. So you just wanna add glue to your bottom and to your top. Make sure you don't get anything in the middle. Just like so. All right, and we'll let that hold it down to glue for a few seconds. It's moving, it's moving. All right, are you guys ready for fall? Because it's been so hot. What do you think? And that's it. Our card's already done. Can you believe that? Look at fancy schmancy. Mine's been around. That's why this one's wider. It's been around. It's been smushed a lot. But there's our card. Look, so tell me, look, do you like the inside colored or do you like it plain? What are your thoughts? Let me know. Do you guys want to see a sneak peek of next week's project? Let me grab it. Couldn't find it for a second there. So here's next week's project. It's like a little, looks like a little tote bag, but it holds a gift card in it. Right in the middle, it holds a gift card, but it looks like a little tote bag. So be sure, oh, I lost a dot. I'll have to find it. It's probably right now when I grabbed it out. But join me next week. I'm using the Boho Vibes bundle on this one. All right, everybody, you have a great week. I'm sorry about canceling yesterday, but I wanted to join you today and join me next Wednesday. You guys have a great week. Take care. Bye.